Greetings to my assessor. My name is Kaylisha Mudli, student number 202672, and today I will be discussing with you my action plan based on Feurestein's theory. Before I continue, I would like to verify my identity by showing you my student card. I began my discussion by mentioning all the observations that I have made during my teaching practice. I attended a local school, a local public school in my area, and I soon observed that the school had a lack of resources and a shortage of teachers and was neglected by the government facilities. The shortage of teachers led to the educators there being overworked and really frustrated. They lacked the ability to pay careful attention to the struggles and needs of the learners and opt for easy ways out of difficult situations because of being frustrated. I was placed in a grade 3 class, and my mentor teacher soon tasked me to carry out mathematics lessons for the next 2 upcoming weeks. I had prepared my lessons based on the CAPS document and the annual teaching plan, and I approached my lessons with a very general teaching approach. However, I discovered that this approach was not working out as many learners could not understand me. From this, I then discovered that the learners have a major language barrier, as in their previous year they were only taught in isiZulu cross curriculum. This was an example of an easy way out of a difficult situation. To my advantage, I was well aware of Feurestein's theory, and I concluded that an enrichment program had to be created. I then had to use mediation to create my enrichment program to intervene in my lessons. The first step of my action plan was to assess the learners' language abilities. I needed to know where they were, what they knew, and how much they didn't know. I started this by putting up some easy terminology on the board, mathematical terminology such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I soon realized that learners did not know how to pronounce these words, or even they did not even know what they meant. So I then decided to teach them this terminology by using visual aids. That was the implementation of my second step. I used visual aids by making signs of the words. I included pictures and I created other resources that could help. Once they began to understand the simpler terminology that I had started using, for example, instead of multiplication, I was using times or timetables, then they started to make progression. My next step was to encourage peer to peer learning. Although I was trying to break the language barrier, I knew this could not happen in just one lesson or over a few lessons. It was a process that had to take place. So I decided to do peer to peer learning. I made a group of learners that were really struggling, and I placed one learner that could understand everything that I was teaching and was able to translate it to these learners as well. This made some lessons very easy, and it gave the learners confidence, and their participation started to increase. My next strategy was nonverbal communication, and this was very helpful because I wanted to teach the concept of greater than and less than, and I used my hands and my elbows to make the signs and teach the learners which side of the number line the numbers fell. Again, this nonverbal way of teaching was very simple, and the learners really understood it. Once they began understanding their work and getting answers correct, their confidence levels boosted and they started participating more. And I noticed that they were making attempts to communicate in English and even try to learn the terminology and the rest of the work in the lesson. By using these strategies, a teacher can effectively mediate during a maths lesson. And every school that has a limited resources and language barriers can use these strategies to mediate and improve their learners. Thank you.